3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this is Incredible Crash Dummies for the NES. This right here is part of the reason that I thought this was going to be an awesome speed game just right out of the gate. They coded the game to where, as a crash dummy, you just fly backward whenever you take damage from the majority of things in this game. That, in turn, makes it for an awesome speed game, because you can just deboost everything and go really fast. Okay, see if I can get this jump. I did not, that's okay. That's one of the hardest jumps to get in the game, to not take a hit there. Get one more right here, sail over that guy, and through that, just cruising right along. In the test center here. You'll see these rockets lying around. That one I'm not going to get because that actually makes this next section impossible to go through. But I will be picking them up in other levels. Wait there for a second to reduce some lag because of all those tires going on, and we're out of the testing center. Here's a nice little cutscene for you. So they give all their classic Crash Dummy puns. He's kicked Bumper down to the sewer. We have to go save our dog, so for anyone who likes dogs, once again, could I please have your assistance in dogs in chat? So we get to play as two different Crash Dummies. Slick and Spin are their names. This game is actually based on the third series of the toy line that they had created. The original Crash Dummies were named Vince and Larry, and they were the ones that did the Crash Dummy commercials back in the day. But any like toys and things later on went to Slick and Spin. This is using their second generation outfit, or I guess the original Slick and Spin outfits, but the games are based on the third generation. It was just a lot easier for them to code in two colors instead of their like more complicated patterns that they had in the third generation. So if you end up playing the SNES game, they'll actually be in different clothing. Alright. Going through, just freezing some sickly flies. My main weapon is this freeze gas. I'm gonna play this a little safe, make sure I have health, because you have no iframes in this, and you will die very fast if something hits you like that. Hey, did I see a raid from Author Blues in there? That's awesome. What a guy. Thanks for the raid. Oh, and to clarify, Slick is the one that I was playing on that had the wheel, and this is Spin. In case you were wondering. I know a lot more about Crash Dummies than most people should. So up here, I am going to come up here to fight an astronaut that lives in the sewer, because, you know, that's normal. Use this to skip a couple platforms. I'll see if I can fight him off screen a bit. Nope. Scrolled forward too far, but that's okay. Okay, astronaut's down. Grab the key so that we can free Bumper. Everything's going fine. I need to hopefully catch Bumper on the left side of the cage here. I did, okay. Because that allows him to exit the screen faster. If you hit the key on there and he walks back to the right, you know, you're wasting time at that point. But you can't help it anymore. Alright, here we get to see our first official crash of the game. It was very brief. But now we're at the big top. The story...
No, don't do it. Don't crash the Crash Dummy.
Don't crash the Crash Dummy, yeah. Oh wow, I didn't lose my head. Okay, those bombs will make you lose your head. When you lose your head in this game, you have reverse controls. So if you learn to run this game, you got to be very observant as to what you have or don't have at the time, because you will have to change what you're doing on the fly constantly in some levels. Also, enjoy these bodiless elephants. Oh, I too early. So again, rockets make me go really, really fast. Speeds things up quite a bit. And we are going to be out of the big top. We got a switch minigame to go through right here. Get some electricity going. I like how the switch itself is an item that I equip. That wasn't too bad. Alright, now we're into a funhouse. Makes sense, we're at a circus, right? Ooh, that's not good. Okay, hit me up. Yeah, okay. So those boxing gloves can, as you see, propel me upward or to the side if they're on the wall instead. But the ones that push me up that I'm going to use to get to higher places quickly can sometimes not hit you immediately, so I'm hoping that they do. As evidenced right there. But I can't do anything about it, so we keep going. Take this head here for safety. I can tell where the boxing gloves are out on the floor because they have a slight red line sticking out. So I just have to look for that, and it's easy to know where they are. I'm gonna have to go up here slowly because I took an extra hit, unfortunately. Okay, so the exit to this level is a really big boxing glove, and I'm gonna hope it doesn't kill me on the way out. Okay. We got lucky. Sometimes, for some reason, it likes to think that there's a ceiling up there, and you just die. I don't know why, but, you know, luckily that didn't happen this time, and I'm able to continue. This is the warehouse. This one's a little bit long. If you have a donation, you can probably read one here.
Well, thanks. I don't have any donations to read just yet, but I guess I could remind everybody that this is Bring 'em Over 3. We are raising funds to bring Becco, Ohon, and Prissy to AGDQ 2020, where they will be participating in the Mega Man 4 through 6 relay. All three of these runners are just fantastic players. Like, Prissy is a best of NES legend and does crazy stuff like Wario's Woods. Becco had an amazing race with Jimmy in Ninja Gaiden 2 earlier in the marathon, and will be reprising that at AGDQ on the big stage. So that's going to be something definitely to look out for. And Ohon is like an eternal speed legend, and just all around a wonderful speedrunner. So definitely, if you can spare a little bit of cash to help these guys get over to AGDQ, it would be so wonderful.
So you may have noticed. Oh, that's not good. You may have noticed that I picked up a or used a quote-unquote power-up that makes me lose my legs. Well, that makes me invincible at the same time, so, you know, we use that to get through really tight areas. And by we, I mean the, like, 4 others that have run this game. But yeah, I use the legless upgrade to get through those tight areas. Makes things much easier and actually faster in that regard, because I don't have to pause to freeze every single enemy, because I can just run through them. Daryl is being dragged away. He hasn't got a leg to stand on. Neither did I a few minutes ago. So now we're going to the docks. We gotta take a shortcut. This is a really bad shortcut. I'll say that. You have to be really careful around water. It is definitely an instant death, and if you happen to find a tile that's like land right next to the water, if you so much nudge that water, like just barely dip your toe in it, it sucks you in. Ooh, that's not common to lose your head there. That's fine though. Ooh, that's not. Alright, well. Okay. Everything's normal again. I'm gonna play it a bit safe here and just take the head loss right there instead of trying to do that jump. You can make that jump instead of taking the head loss there, but it's really, really tight, and falling down here is an extreme time loss, so I don't want to risk that. Here, I want to jump on the bottom step, because that will put me in the best position to just jump straight up here. Again, you gotta be careful about like what directions you're holding as soon as you get your head back or lose it. You just gotta be ready at any time that happens. Alright, so now I'm gonna fight a pirate. That wasn't too bad of a fight. And we have now saved Daryl. So the story of this game is that we're going to save our friends Spare Tire and Daryl, as Slick and Spin, as I mentioned earlier. So we've now saved Daryl, we still gotta find Spare Tire. And we also crashed again. Luckily at the car wreckers. So they can just take care of the car for us. It's no big deal. It's not gonna be able to be used again anyway. This level's really tricky. You may have noticed that at the beginning of this run, there was an LJN logo at the top of it. This is probably the one good LJN game that was ever created. Here I'm going to take another reverse damage boost, fly across here. Nice, right in front of the enemy. Good. Hopefully I get this jump. This is the hardest jump in the game. I got it, nice. Did not get that one though. Getting the momentum to make that jump without grabbing the balloon at the side is really tricky. But grabbing that balloon makes everything incredibly slow, so I don't want to grab it at all. I'm gonna wait for this thing to come by. And then we're gonna use another legless upgrade. And that's going to get me through all of these right here.
Do I have time for another quick donation maybe?
You absolutely do.
Awesome. I've got another $61 who says, let's go ahead and beat that incentive to get beat. Much love. Can't wait to see everyone at AGD. Chelney Frog, Chelney Frog, Chelney Frog. Thank you so much for the dollars and for the Chelney Frog, Manatee.
Thanks, Manatee. So, we just saw Spare Tire. He's making a break for it. We gotta go now enter the junkyard. Junkman's hideout. Junkman being the villain of this. That, you know, was in the one and single episode of the Crash Dummies cartoon that they made. They made a Crash Dummies cartoon. They made one episode. They made it like a full-length movie, and then only released like 30 minutes of it. So there's a lot of plot holes. It's great. It's on YouTube. Go watch it. Ooh, that's unfortunate. So I'm trying to use these spikes to get up higher, but it kind of depends on... There we go. Oh. It depended on where enemies were spawning at up there. I used that early. We'll see how this goes. I was supposed to use that a little bit later. I should get through most of these crushers. Ooh, okay. The crushers are the important part of that. Oh, that's not good, though. Please. Game! It's not letting me get my freeze off. There we go. There's another one of you over here. Wait here for that guy, because he's one of the enemies that pushes you back, so... Same here. Where are you? Okay, he's not gonna come this time? Okay. Didn't want the balloon. That's okay. I'm just taking this last section a little bit carefully because I am running out of lives and it will game over to the beginning of the game if I game over. And we are right at the end of it. I have one more level here, which is fighting Junkman himself. So time should be soon, and we'll see if I got the manipulation correctly or not. So what I'm looking for at the top of the screen here is this triangle that with a button underneath it that I'm going to be shooting. I want that triangle to be red, meaning I can shoot that thing as many times as I want, and it's going to work. The orange does not work, so I think I got the manipulation. I almost got it. Okay. I was close. This still helps. But time is coming up. I'm gonna have to go down. Wow. That sucks. It's like 2 hits away from it. But I have no health. Had to make sure. Alright, and... time. So when it turns orange like that, it either makes it so that you have to shoot it 2, 3, or 4 times before it raises the weight up once. So I was hoping it was going to be a low one there so I could still mash into it and kill the thing without having to go back down, but I was running out of lives and I really, really needed to make sure I didn't die there. So, anyway, that's the Incredible Crash Dummies on the NES. Has a bunch more a few more puns here at the end. Has a Your Mom joke. It's great.